What's up, YouTube? Do you guys remember Real Talk? That series I made because I thought my opinion mattered. Yeah, me neither. I don't think anybody actually watched it. That aside, I decided to make another Real Talk episode. Do you guys remember Pinkie Pie vs. Deadpool, that death battle that recently came out? Yeah, I loved that death battle. So much so that I ended up watching a bunch of reaction videos to it to see how people would react to it. And after watching a bunch of reaction videos, more than is humanly healthy, I noticed a few things that kept getting repeated, and I really wanted to make a video about it because I'm weird like that. Now, let's start this off by saying you guys are not required to like the things I like. You do not have to like ponies. If you do not like ponies, then don't like ponies. That is perfectly fine. I am not trying to demand that you all love the Pony Master Race. Fuck the Pony Master Race. Not literally. Okay, the reason I had to say that is because the first thing I'm about to say is admittedly going to sound like you must like the ponies, but it isn't. One thing that I immediately got annoyed by seeing in these reactions was the thought of, one, there's a pony in it, therefore it is immediately stupid. Ignoring the fact that I'm annoyed by the fact that you hate just the sight of a pony, why does that make the death battle stupid? I don't care for Halo, but I loved Master Chief's death battle. I don't care for Star Wars, but I loved seeing Samus fight Boba Fett. I really don't care about Harry Potter. God, so many people are going to kill me after this. But I still liked watching Luke Skywalker fight Harry Potter. I mean, do you really have to like every participant to like the gory fun that is Death Battle? Another thing, I am really tired of people going, why is this happening? Why is this going on? Why is this so stupid? Before they even think to look past the fact that it's a pony. It's like, oh, Deadpool's fighting a pony? Clearly there can't be any reason for this. Maybe I should actually look up Pinkie. Nah, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go, why is this happening over and over again? Clearly that will get me the results rather than actually looking past the fact that Pinkie Pie's a pony. It would literally take like 10 seconds for you to see that Pinkie Pie is an insane pony that breaks the fourth wall. It's the main description of her. Like, come on. Come on. Do I sound like Fox? Come on. But yeah, just looking past the pony thing, it should be easy to find out why Deadpool and Pinkie were fighting each other. But nah, just keep asking why over and over again. That will solve everything. Alright, enough blabbing about unimportant crap that no one cares about. Let's go into the main thing that made me want to make this video. An actual intelligent argument. And one that intrigued me quite a bit. A few people got angry during Pinkie Pie's description. Half of them because her voice was annoying, which it is. I don't blame them. Pinkie Pie has a grating voice sometimes. The other half of them were annoyed because of Pinkie Pie's powers description. In Pinkie Pie's powers, they included the more comedic, cartoonish feats of her. Her ability to stretch, inflate like a balloon, take damage that will break her through walls, be able to break apart and reattach herself. All of these powers pissed people off because they were too cartoony, and because this means like someone like Bugs Bunny could like beat everybody. Alright, I have a few things to say here, but let's start with it's cartoony. So is Deadpool. Moving on. But in all seriousness, they don't like Pinkie's more cartoonish powers because they feel like that's pushing it, because that makes her unstoppable and makes Bugs Bunny more powerful than like everybody. Well, for one, there's a massive difference between Pinkie and Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is a gag character. He comes from a gag show in which whoever the main good guy the time is essentially unbeatable. They will have infinite intelligence and infinite endurance that they can do what they need to do. Pinkie Pie, on the other hand, is not a gag character. Let me explain. A gag character is a character that comes from a gag series. Pinkie Pie, although having gag powers, does not come from a gag series. My Little Pony actually does have plot lines, plot threads, and actual legitimate conflict. Pinkie Pie is also equivalent to Deadpool in the sense that they both have very, very comedic and gag character-esque powers that are unique to them. Pinkie Pie is the only pony who is seen doing things such as slowing down gravity, floating in midair and such. No other pony does this. When Twilight Sparkles falls, she hurts herself and gets injured. When Rainbow Dash falls, she face plants into the ground and feels like shit. When Pinkie Pie falls, slow motion. To say that Pinkie Pie's powers are unfair and that they should be ignored is to say that you should ignore all of Deadpool's more cartoonish powers. You have to ignore Deadpool's healing factor. Yes, Deadpool's healing factor is cartoonish in nature. We literally see him just casually piecing his body back together, just like they explained Pinkie to do. His healing factor isn't serious like Wolverine. His is cartoonish like Pinkie's. Deadpool also was able to pull things out of the fourth wall to assist him. If you're going to complain about Pinkie's cartoonish powers, you have to complain about video game Deadpool using speech boxes to get across a pit. You have to get angry at Marvel vs. Capcom Deadpool for using his health bar and hyper gauge as weapons. You have to get angry at Amazing Spider-Man Deadpool for being able to pause the show so he has more time to talk and react as he pleases to the slashes coming at him. You cannot have a double standard in which Pinkie Pie's cartoonish powers aren't allowed, but Deadpool's are. That's not how that works. Unless you're just saying it for the sake of complaining, which I honestly think everybody except for Riz Grystar was doing. Riz was the only person that talked about the bugs thing that... Not the bugs thing, the whole gag cartoon physics thing that actually wasn't biased. Everybody else hated Pinkie, which is what especially pissed me off, because, like, come on, if you're gonna argue against her, use a legitimate argument. Don't just spout bullshit. If you're going to complain about Pinkie's cartoonish powers, you have to complain about Deadpool's as well. He has them. He uses them a lot. And that precedence that everybody's afraid of happening where Bugs Bunny is struggling everyone, that it already exists. Gag characters beat serious characters. That's just a fact of the matter. It was actually touched upon in Dragon Ball Super, interestingly enough. For those of you who don't know, remember that whole Dragon Ball Z thing that was super popular in the 90s? Well, there was actually an episode of Dragon Ball Z in which a gag character by the name of Riley actually did fight Goku and Vegeta, and she kicked their asses, because gag characters are powerful. Yes, Bugs Bunny will beat most serious characters. Deal with it. Well, not most. I mean, let's be real. Even with the gag power character thing, someone exponentially stronger than him is still going to win. I can't see Bugs Bunny being Goku, but yes, Bugs Bunny will beat any serious character around his strength level. Deal with it. There was another thing I remember. Oh, I hate when I forget things. Yeah, it seems I have no choice. I can't remember what the other thing is, and as you guys know, these are unscripted. I'm not one for editing real talks, because then they're no longer real talks. They're edited talks. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Her cartoonish powers aren't bullshit. She's still beatable. It's not like she's immortal or anything. She has been defeated before. And let's be real, Deadpool's also ridiculously unbeatable, so it's still fair. Oh, I remember what the other point I hated was now. It's not necessarily a point I hate, but a point I feel I should correct. A lot of people, when deciding who's going to win, are like, well, Deadpool's gonna win because she's just a horse. Okay, so, if, by your logic, Deadpool will win solely because she's just a horse, then Pinkie should win because Deadpool's just a human. But Deadpool has powers. He's not just a human. He can do this and that and this. You're right. So can Pinkie. You literally want to downgrade her just because she's a pony, but in reality, saying she's just a horse in your analysis is similar to saying Deadpool is just a human. It's honestly foolish. Neither of them are just anything. This is Death Battle. We're talking about a pastel-colored horse with magical powers versus a mentally insane assassin who can regrow limbs at will and has an infinite arsenal of weapons at his disposal by hammer space. And you're really gonna say something stupid like, it's just a horse. But, yeah, that's officially every point I wanted to make. I'm not trying to dictate how you guys should think, but I just really felt I should comment on those things. I know it's too late and it doesn't matter, especially since the death battle wasn't a serious death battle, but rather a joke thing, but I don't know, I just wanted to talk about that. On a side note, I do kind of wish it did actually have a definitive death conclusion to it. Even though Deadpool would have obviously won, not because Pinkie Pie is a pony and therefore she's automatically weak, but because I feel Deadpool actually did have the better tools for the fight. Although I know Pinkie would have obviously lost, which I wouldn't have wanted, I was actually rooting for Pinkie because I like her just a little tiny bit more than Deadpool. Plus I wanted to see the internet burn. I am kind of disappointed it didn't finish in an actual death. I kind of wish it was like an alternate take where they actually finished the fight, but c'est la vie. It was a funny death battle, and I quite enjoyed watching some of the reactions. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my honestly worthless thoughts on this. Well, not on the death battle itself, but rather on the opinions people had on the death battle. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Deuces, YouTube.